Hello, Fights with Friends. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 6 o'clock here, but it's beer 30. It's MMA Trivia time. It's time to talk about this week's UFC Stockholm on Saturday. Then next Thursday, PFL has light heavyweights and heavyweights. So busy week. I have 12 rounds of trivia questions ready for you guys. And let's get this started. Let's check out the chat, see who is in here. As I bring up the YouTube page, thank you guys for tuning in on a Thursday night. I do have an announcement about trivia to make coming up here. So as everybody kind of funnels in, we'll get to that. Hopefully we have a full crowd tonight. Looks like just a couple watching so far. That's right. What's up? Billy Hughes in the house. You are the first here, and a lot of people might not be real happy. I'm just kidding. A few people were saying, man, I really hope Billy's not here. I'm glad you're here, Billy. I'm glad you're here. You make our crowd look smart. We are smart. This crowd is smart. You guys are smart, and you come up with better questions than I do usually, though. Actually, I think somebody said, I hope Billy's not making the questions because they're a lot harder than yours. That may have been more than just you not being here to play because they wanted to win. Crazy news so far. Did you see our co-main event is ruined already for UFC Stockholm? Ilir Latifi versus Volkan Ozdemir. That fight was very hard to call. The odds were as close to even as I think I've ever seen any fight ever. It was like minus 107 Latifi, minus 118 Ozdemir when I posted my prediction video. That's... yeah, it doesn't get much closer than that. That is crazy, and Ilir Latifi now out with a back injury, as I'm sure you've probably seen already, but that's still a great card for the light heavyweights. You have Jimmy Manuwa with that exciting punching power against a huge prospect, Alexander Rakic. And then, of course, you have Anthony Smith fighting Alexander Gustafsson in front of his hometown crowd. And I think that will be something special. I think that will be a lot of fun. And let me make sure my chat is up to date here. Looks like 6 people in here. Once we get a few more in here, we'll start popping off some questions. Like I said, I have 12 rounds of trivia questions, and I'm also going to, this time, you'll actually be able to see the question as well as hear me say it, because I know a lot of people, times people ask me to repeat the question, and I don't mind that at all, of course. But I think it'll also be helpful for people to be able to see it. And you may be able, just like Jeopardy, you guys might be able to... Oh, and that was an accidental... Well, for coming in early, you got a little bit of a sneak peek there. What's up, Wyatt Matheson in the house? How you doing, man? You guys didn't see that. And Wyatt, I was thinking Thiago Santos. I'm like, looking at those odds, that tweet you were talking about today, I was thinking, man, he's got a shot. And then I really started thinking, man, think of all the great fighters and all the great styles that John Jones has fought. And maybe I even forget just how great his wrestling is. The guy has out-wrestled everybody he's ever fought, including Daniel Cormier, who's, John Jones. He's probably the greatest, wrestler outside of maybe, the lighter weights, Demetrius Johnson and Henry Cejudo, that the UFC's ever seen. So maybe I wouldn't have bet Thiago on a 6-1. I give him a little bit of a chance just because of that punching power. But, I mean, we will see, and that's why they fight. I'm glad that they got some other great fights coming up on that one in case that one doesn't go the way that I hope it might. Not that I'm the biggest John Jones hater on earth, but it's I wouldn't mind seeing some new blood every once in a while. He's been there for a while, the old king of the picograms. What's up, Mitch Mack? Latifi USADA or really a back injury? I don't know. You don't know anymore. I think that policy that they came out and said that they're not going to mention things that are USADA, that deal with USADA, I think it put a lot of fighters in a worse position because now every time somebody backs out because of an injury, that's kind of the thought. Is it USADA? And you look at a guy like Ilir Latifi. I love Ilir Latifi. Chances are the guy is totally natural. But the guy he's a ripped dude. He's a ripped dude. And also be doing my fair share of beer review tonight. If you're looking for Red Hook IPA Long Hammer out of Seattle, Washington. I'm going to try this one for you tonight, and I'm going to tell you most likely I'm probably going to like it because I am an IPA snob. I like my IPAs. Not that I like domestic beers also, though. I just like beer, guys. I just like beer. I'm like our Supreme Court Justice. Thiago liked your tweet. He likes people betting on him. Oh, I didn't see that. That is awesome. I need to reach out to him. My favorite beer. My go-tos are Belgian whites usually. I like Shock Tops and Blue Moons. But a lot of times I'll switch over to one of these IPAs. I like Samuel Adams Boston Lager. But I like a lot of these IPAs that come from Red Hook too. Yeah, that's a nice stout beer. That's a nice dinner beer with like a steak or something. But that'll be my dinner for tonight. No, but yeah, probably your Belgian whites. All right, we got 10 people watching. I think we're ready to throw the first question out here pretty soon, right after. Right after this message from Hulu. Guys, this MMA trivia brought to you by Hulu. Guys, Hulu has Castle Rock on it. If you're a big Stephen King fan like I am, check it out. They have an entire series called Castle Rock, and it's all takes place where Stephen King, where all his books and all his movies take place. Castle Rock, it's an absolutely amazing series. I think from Stephen King. It's directed by J.J. Abrams. It's a Hulu original. They really did really well with one of their first originals, and I think it's worth it just for that. Guys, you use my promo code. Not only do you help out Fights with Friends, get yourself $10, get yourself a free trial. You're also going to get yourselves $5.99 a month. locked in for at least the year. I think it's definitely worth it. They have a lot of other really good things going on over there right now as well. Let's get into our first question, though. All right, guys. This current lightweight contender has won 11 straight since losing the first fight of his career. Who is he? This current lightweight contender has won 11 straight since losing the first fight of his career. It is not Ferguson. Oh, I'm sorry. It's light heavyweight. I mistransposed. So first question out of the gate. Wrong division. Yeah. It is Rachik, black and yellow. So black and yellow, you were the beneficiary of my mistake there. I apologize, everyone. Black and yellow for 1,000 points on the board, though. I was trying to transpose everything over quickly, so I had all the questions so you guys could see them, and then there you go. I majorly flubbed up, so I apologize for those of you that were ready with that. Yes, it was weak. I got to play some tricks to make sure that Billy doesn't win. I got to give everybody else a shot here, Billy. Hey, Billy, I think you should go grab a beer really quick. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Question number 2. What is this fighter's nickname? I've had him here on the show. Don't call him Crazy Horse. That is his former nickname, but he now goes by this nickname. The clue is don't call him Crazy Horse. I will accept either. Yep, there it is. Felony. Billy Hughes. Charles Felony Bennett. That is correct, sir. And for those of you that didn't see it, he actually hung up on me for calling him Crazy Horse. And then he ranted on about me, God, for probably 6-7 shows. I was watching him live. He was just so pissed. You want to piss that guy off. Or you don't want to piss him off, I guess. Don't call him Crazy Horse. So, a little late, guys, but for both of the, for Billy and black and yellow, little applause there. Great job, guys. Great job, Billy. Great job, black and yellow. Good to see some new faces in here. I don't think I've seen you in here before, black and yellow. Haterad's in the house. What's up? T. Davison says Heath Herring. No, it wasn't. But, all right. Moving right along. I'll give you guys a second to refresh your browsers before I throw this one out here. Question number 3. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. The clue is the Ace Ventura MMA fighter. That is your clue. What MMA fighter do they say look like Ace Ventura? And there it is. Billy Hughes must have like the fastest internet connection in the history of the world. Great job, Billy. And Wyatt just milliseconds behind him there, I think. So Billy with 2,000 points on the board. Black and white with 1,000. Guys, we are going to have a final Jeopardy this time, though. Something new. We are going to have a final Jeopardy. So if you get behind, The top 3 will go to a final Jeopardy. And you're going, and if you want to be in the final Jeopardy, I want you to email me. When we get to the final question, I want you to email me fightswithfriends@gmail.com. So get that ready. Please don't Google the final answer. I really appreciate it. And then I want you to email me fightswithfriends@gmail.com. Email me the amount that you're risking and your answer to the question. So not that you actually get to keep any money, but what's up, Comedic Genius in the house, and Michael Pauly? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming in, guys. We got a few questions already. We got 3 questions so far, but we're gonna have a final Jeopardy. So whoever's in the top 3, you guys are still eligible. I'm triggered by the way you said black. Please explain the hate in that word. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure why we're... What's up, 7? Raptors or Warriors? I want to see the Raptors, man. What's good, y'all? Michael Pauly, virtually identical, the Twitter king, man. This guy has been absolutely killing it on Twitter, on Facebook, really stretching the reach of Fights with Friends. And, man, I really appreciate you, brother. Raptors, let's go Canada. Hey, I'm going for Canada in this one. I want to see you guys tear your country apart. I might even come over and party with you, Wyatt, if I can get some time off. No, the Warriors... Nothing against the Warriors. They've just won it so many times. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. As Raptors are curling team. Oh, that is great. And you know, Nate Diaz apparently is a Raptors fan. Or he just doesn't like the Bucks. He tweeted out the other day, fuck the Bucks. So I thought that was pretty good. He had not tweeted for a long time, and my first inclination was that he was saying, like, fuck the Bucks, the $, I won't fight for any money, and that he was going to cancel his fight, and I was scared shitless. But luckily that wasn't the case. So, scared of Canadian fans when they win, and I'm a Philly fan. They're nothing more than Philly, Cryptic. Yep. All right, give you a chance to update your browsers. Hit F5, make sure you're updated. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1. All right, if everybody is updated, question 4 of the night comes from this week's MMA news. Yoel Romero recently became the Soldier of Gold this week after winning $27 million in a settlement against this supplement company. Yoel Romero became the Soldier of Gold this week after winning $27 million against this. There it is, Royal Pain, Gold Star Nutrition. You are correct, sir. Comedic Genius, how dare you on it? Great job, Royal Pain. Great job, sir. Put Royal Pain on the board. So far, we have Royal Pain with 1,000, Black and Yellow with 1,000, Billy with 2,000. And for those of you that are just coming in, like I said, if you haven't seen yet, first of all, Saturday we will be doing UFC Stockholm. Fight Companion starts at 10 a.m. It's going to be the main card. And then the main event is out. Or the co-main, excuse me. Alir Latifi versus Volkan Ozdemir. Alir Latifi, if you didn't hear earlier, has pulled out with a back injury. That fight was almost completely even on the scorecard. I think that was sold at Walmart, Community Genius. To tell you the truth, who got Smith or Gustafson? I got Gustafson all the way, man. I'll take that 3-1 to the bank. Smart bet, Wyatt. Did you parlay Raychick and Gus? If I had the money to be betting this week, I would parlay Raychick and Gus. I'd put probably $200-300 down between the two of them. Royal Payne says Gus. Yeah, it's Gus all the way, straight on Gus. That's a safe bet, man. I mean, about as safe as you're going to get at that level. I think Gus is kind of being underestimated on that one, and of course, as I know you think as well, that Wyatt, that Anthony Smith is ridiculously overrated. Heart with Smith, money on Gus. Raychick's line is coming down though. Might pay if it gets to -160. Really? That's not bad. Interesting. I think Smith is more hungry. Well, Smith has been really messed up since the John Jones fight. He has been mentally not good. Longhammer, so good. And the Longhammer IPA, very good, guys, by the way. The review on the Longhammer IPA, freaking delicious. I'm guessing you guys have Red Hook IPA around you. It's from here in Seattle, but I think I think they pretty much sell it nationwide. At least on the West Coast. Longhammer gonna KO Jones. He went 5 rounds. He should be proud. He did go 5 rounds. He did survive. I actually don't think he's going to survive against Gus. He did do better than Gus, but I don't think he survives against Gus because I think he comes in with a different game plan. I think that Jones is still in his head, curled up like a bitch. He survived. Yes, he did. I think he fights a different fight against Gus. He's a stronger striker. Gus is definitely not as good a wrestler, obviously, as John Jones. But Gus is going to work to finish him. John Jones doesn't really care if he finishes you or not. He would like to finish you. He's not going to take those risks. If he finishes you, it's going to usually be because of a position he gets. Like that choke on Lyoto Machida, or when he got into a great mount position against Gustafson. Both are good dudes. My knee jerk was Smith for the last week, though. They are definitely both good guys. Jones bet on himself by decision against Smith. Oh, that's awesome. Really? He bet on himself by decision? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know, I've always known that fighters could bet on themselves and they could not bet against themselves. I didn't really think about prop bets. I don't like that at all. Because if he bets on himself by decision, if he finishes, he loses money. Are you sure that he bet on it? Are you serious, or are you joking that he bet on himself by decision? That would be insane. I know Bernard Hopkins bet on himself against Felix Trinidad. Historically, he got one of those temporary tattoos of his back of a casino for $100,000, and then bet on himself at 4-1 for 400 G's. Oh, okay. I got you. I was like, man, that would be messed up, man. I thought you were probably joking, but I knew fighters can bet on themselves. So that would be interesting once you get to prop bets, though. If you're going to bet on yourself by knockout, yeah, that's certainly interesting. All right, guys, everybody go ahead and update your browsers for the next question. Gonna go hit F5 or whatever it takes to refresh on your device. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. This Ryzen bantamweight recently defeated Bellator's champion and will fight in the U.S. for the Bellator Championship soon. Remember, just need the last name. Oh, God, what's up, BR? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that is hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. Anybody got Billy Hughes again just seconds before? I think Billy's just closer to the server than you, Wyatt. He's got that Google fiber speed. No, I think he told me he has Comcast, actually. So he's got the same internet that I have. Probably a faster speed, though. He's always ahead of me on everything. Couldn't spell it at all. Damn. Hey, I wasn't gonna be too picky on the spelling on that one. That one's pretty close. If it's one of these foreign things or whatever, just be close. Still think Billy is living in the future. What do they say? Comcast, the future of awesome. I think Billy should do a commercial for him. That's almost worth bonus points, Wyatt. That's pretty hilarious. Billy has 3 quotes. No, Billy has Black and Yellow has 1,000. Royal Pain has 1,000. Billy has 3,000. We will have a Final Jeopardy. The Final Jeopardy is 2 parts, though. Whoever the last 3 people are, you can bet whatever whatever you have. So you might be able to catch somebody there at the end. And you'll have to email me the answers so everybody can't see what it is, though. You can email them to me, or if you're already following me on Facebook, you can Facebook message me. Or you can, no, don't tweet it because everybody will be able to see it. But make sure and follow me over on Twitter. Been posting a lot of things over there. It's Michael Benedict at FightsWFriends. Michael Pauly's been working very hard to help us grow our Twitter over there. So don't let his work go in vain. It's definitely not. It's definitely jumping up. Why? Stolen 2,000 from him by the Matrix Man. Yep. Sage Northcutt is not the next answer, comedic genius. I almost did do a question with Sage Northcutt. I actually decided to throw that one out, though. All right, guys. Question number 6 here. Go ahead and give you a second to refresh your browsers, except for Billy. Don't refresh. No. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. This former USC champion is noticeably absent from this year's PFL broadcasting crew after being involved with a bare-knuckle organization. He was the president of, is not Frank Mir. He was the president of, there it is, virtually identical. It is Boss Rutan, who was on MMA Junkie talking about this recently. Several fighters did not get paid. Boss was at least the figurehead president, and he was explaining his part in it and what he was doing to still try to make sure that fighters get paid. I believe he may have been a bit naive. I definitely don't think that he had any ill intent towards anyone. He's still trying to get the fighters paid. One of them was Chris Lieben, of course, that spoke out against him in a video. Another one was Johnny Hendricks. There was only one card, and they promised those guys tons of money. Like, they offered Chris Lieben like $500K to show and $500 to win. I mean, when you seen the payouts, they were like UFC payouts. You were like, there is no way they're going to be able to pay this. Yeah, I think he was probably naive. Yesterday's MMA Junkie, if you are interested in it, though, it is an interesting interview. That bare knuckle organization, it's like BKKFC. It's not the one that Malignaggi and Artem Lobov are about to fight in right now. Yeah, they owe Hendricks a lot of money. WP, thank you, Michael Pauly, WBKKF. And for those of you, me and Michael Pauly were talking recently, one of the fight companions I want to do coming up, it's a thing called Wethley. I believe it's called WETHLEI. It's on Fight Pass. It just might make keeping Fight Pass around worth it, because it's a bare knuckle competition where they can use headbutts and elbows. Yeah, Lethway. It's Thai box. It's bare knuckle Thai boxing with headbutts legal. I'm not sure if headbutts should be legal, but it's a lot of damn fun. Awful for thinking that was a good idea, Stu. Yeah, it was just way too much money, especially since, I mean, he's seen this before. He's seen it, we've seen it with Affliction. Affliction actually paid guys out, though. They paid out Fedor Emelianenko $1 million to show, $1 million to win. They paid, I think, Tim Sylvia $500K to show, $500K to win, but they only lasted a few shows. Same thing with Elite XC. Despite having Showtime and CBS behind them, Elite XC was only able to get a couple shows out because they just paid fighters too much. They had Kimbo, I believe Fedor also fought for them. Nick Diaz, some good names. Affliction had a nice fear. Yeah, they had a lot of good fights. They had money from Gears, how they did it. Yes, they did. Tom Atencio, if you guys have not watched my interview with him on the show, which it was one of the first guys that I interviewed. I think it was like maybe the third interview on Fights of Friends. That I had Tom Atencio, the former owner and CEO of Affliction MMA, on there. He would talk about the fighting. He said that Affliction Clothing screwed him over, and before we started the interview, that's the only time I've ever been told that something was off limits, and I felt comfortable with not asking the questions on that because Tom Atencio, his feelings against Affliction Clothing were so intense that he said that that's off limits. If you talk about Affliction Clothing, I'm not going to give you the interview. So I said fine, I understand. I don't know what all the history is there. He's working with another company. He was working with another company at the time, I think, making some kind of gear. I honestly don't even remember what it is. But listen to Jim Cornette discuss AEW right now. Yeah, they are coming up on WWE. I heard about that. Looks awesome. So does Impact. I don't watch a lot of wrestling, but of course I covered WrestleMania here not too long ago. All right, let's jump into the next question before people lose interest. No. Give everybody a second to refresh your browsers. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 7 of the night is in PFL. PFL is a points-based organization. A draw in PFL is worth how many points? How many points is a draw worth in the Professional Fighters League? Wyatt Matheson, you are correct. It is 1. And Billy, you are wrong. No. A draw is worth 1 point. A win is worth 3. Got the speed and the right answer on that one, Wyatt. So like I said, we will have a final Jeopardy top 3. Might be kind of hard here now, though, because we got Billy with 3,000. We have Wyatt with 1,000. Virtually identical with 1,000. Royal Pain and Black and Yellow all with 1,000 points. So, tight game so far. I haven't watched it. 1? Yes. Draw is worth 1. I was guessing 2. What's the lead again? Billy has 3,000. You have 1,000. Wyatt has 1,000. Black and Yellow has 1,000. And Royal Pain has 1,000 through 7 rounds so far. And what I'm going to do is this, if there's like a 6-way tie for second or third, I'm just going to put all you guys in Final Jeopardy, and you all send me your answers. Oh, so Billy's only won 3,000. Okay, cool. Yep. Well, like I said, the Final Jeopardy one, it's going to be a 2-part answer. And somebody can jump ahead and win it on the last question. Speaking of jumping ahead, guys, if you want to jump ahead mentally, don't forget Onnit and Alpha Brain, guys. They're having a ton of sales over there right now, including up to 60% off. Merchandise, hoodies, sweatshirts, and things like that. But of course, Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Immune, Shroom Tech Sports. They have the great new Alpha Brain liquid powder. The peach flavor, absolutely amazing. And they also have an oatmeal raisin protein bar over there. If you're looking to not spend a whole lot of money, go over there. Onnit.com/fightswithfriends, and you're going to be able to buy the oatmeal raisin protein bars right now for I think it's $1.50, and then you're going to get 10% off of that with the code. So not having enough money is not an excuse right now over there at Onnit. Because you can get into the game for as little as like $1.35 for a protein bar. And I get $20 back. So, hey. Might have to take that. I definitely recommend the Alpha Brain. And, I mean, if you're already spending... Most energy drinks are at least $2 a piece now. The new Alpha Brain, it's a double serving, or it's got the amount of ingredients as 2 pills, but it's a great peach drink, and it just mixes great. It tastes great. I do not give Billy the answers. No, he has written trivia questions for me in the past, but I definitely do not give him the answers. It would not behoove me as a creator to have the same person win every show. People would lose interest. All right, let's jump into the next question. Give you guys a chance to refresh your browsers. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. We're already to round number 8. Going quickly tonight. This fighter, who had a small part in Austin Powers and trained Kimo Leopoldo, turned out to be a sexual predator. He fought in one of the very first UFCs. I said he was in Austin Powers, and he ended up getting arrested because he was a very bad person, a rapist. Don't believe you while you're drinking. There you go. There it is. Mitch Mack. Joe Son, you are correct. Great job, sir. And you just screwed everything up. I don't know why you answered that. Because now we have like an 8-way tie for second. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Mitch Mack got it, right? I just called it. Mitch Mack got Joe Son. Yep, it is Joe Son. Mitch Mack with 1,000 points on the board. So there actually really is a 7-way tie now for second place. Guys, don't forget this Thursday, PFL week number 3, Vinny Magalhaes comes back. He wants vengeance. He's not going to be able to get it on Sean O'Connell last year's $1 million winner at light heavyweight. But he definitely has some vengeance, and we're also going to have the heavyweights, including last year's heavyweight champion, fighting this Thursday. You can follow along on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. I believe it's Vinny Magalhaes. I think Magalhaes. I don't know. I'll have to listen when they pronounce his name. I am doing better trying to get down the pronunciation of these guys' names, but I don't have it quite yet. It's definitely going to be a great card, though. That much I can guarantee. Even if all the fights aren't great, they just have so many damn good fights that you end up. Especially, do you guys see that crazy flying knee knockout from the last PFL? I know Michael Pauly, he put it on Twitter. Put it on his Twitter. It was like 10 seconds in. That's probably the most beautifully timed flying knee right on the chin that I've ever seen. That was absolutely incredible. All right, and let's check out that card real quick. We got a few minutes. Next week's PFL card. Like I said, you got Vinny Magalhaes, but you have a lot of other fighters on that one too. All right, there it is. I'm going to bring it up on the display capture here, and we can check it out together. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to the most. Which fights, if any? That's the main event there, Vinny Magalhaes, but a lot of other good fighters on this. They said light heavyweights and heavyweights, couple returning from last year, Dan Spawn versus Bozaget Ataev, or Atiev, I think is how you pronounce it. And you know I'm going to butcher these names. And Ante Deliha versus Carl, take your best guess. Maxim Grishin versus Jordan Johnson. Alex the Spartan Nicholson, heavyweight, has a victory over former UFC champion Pedro Hizo. He's taking on, I believe, last year's #1 seed Francimar Barroso. Rashid Yusupov takes on Mikel Matakarin. Ronnie Marquez takes on Siggy Pacelli. Rakeem Cleveland comes back against Victor Nemkov. Valdrin Estrefi versus Ali Yasaev. Jared Rosholt, former UFC veteran, takes on Dennis Goltsov. Satoshi Ishii takes on Zeke Tune Wali. Kevin Tiller, big puncher, takes on Mohamed Doris over at heavyweight. And then light heavyweight main event, Vinny Magalhaes versus Emiliano Sordi. So, heavy hitters next week. without a doubt. Magglehouse will be good too. Yes, Rochelle baby, rooting for him, sure. Thank you, Peter Ordinary. Nice to see you in here. Watching the NBA Finals. Nice. I'm gonna have to check it out. I should be watching over here in the corner, but I'm not yet. All right, let's jump into the next question. Already at question number 9. Just 12 tonight. So 12 questions. Go ahead and update your browsers. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Question number 9. Please do not Google this. The California Kid will return at UFC Fight Night 155 against this 26-year-old prospect. This was just announced in the last couple of days. It is not Hickson. You were somewhat close to... Oh, Wyatt. Oh, wow. You were quick, Wyatt. I didn't even see it yet. Ricky Simon. Great job, Wyatt. And some competition for Billy Hughes. Wyatt Matheson with 2,000 points on the board. So we have Billy with 3,000, Wyatt with 2,000, and with 1,000 we have Mitch Mack, Michael Pauly, virtually identical, Royal Payne, and Black and Yellow all tied with 1,000 points. YouTube booted me. Sorry, Wyatt, you were so quick I didn't see it. That was quick, man. Panhead Bob had it too. What's up, Panhead Bob? Panhead Bob's off the roof for once. Are you watching on the roof? No boxing trivia? There's just one boxing question tonight. There is one boxing question coming up. And that was the only one that I was able to come up with today. Sorry. Just 12 questions altogether, though. This is kind of a short one. I just decided I was going to do it today. But I said I was going to make somewhat kind of an announcement. And I am going to make that announcement. From now on, every Tuesday, or almost every Tuesday, we will have MMA Trivia. So Tuesday night is now trivia night. So pretty much every Tuesday that I'm available, we will have trivia. So hopefully we can grow this to more than 9 people in here at a time. Shouldn't Billy have seen that coming? That is correct. He's slipping. And thank you for all the thumbs up. 9 people in here, 9 thumbs up. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. If you didn't see earlier, like I said, UFC Stockholm, I'll be streaming starting at 10 a.m. Pacific for the main card after work. Then later on, should be hitting the ring about 7 p.m. Anthony Joshua, one piece of the heavyweight champion, holds 2 belts to his name. He will be also fighting that night on DAZN. If you have DAZN, it's a good time to actually finally use that or get a free trial of DAZN. Anthony Joshua's finally fighting. It's fun as heck. Well, I'm glad you like it, Royal Payne. I enjoy writing them. I enjoy doing it. And Billy will have to come in and write some questions with me here in the future again, too. All right, guys. Next question up. This comes from a martial arts movie category. And go ahead and refresh your browsers. Hit F5 or whatever you have to do on your browser to refresh, and in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Chuck Norris teams up with an asthmatic, daydreaming adolescent for a karate tournament in this 90s action movie. Chuck Norris teams up with an asthmatic, daydreaming adolescent for a karate tournament in this 90s action movie. It is not Jet Li. Royal Pain with 2,000 points. Now it is Sidekicks. And you beat out Billy Had It, but you beat him out. Just beat him out. And great job, Royal Pain. You now have 2,000 points as well. So we have a top 3 for Jeopardy right now. If we started, we have Billy with 3,000. We have Wyatt and Royal Pain with 2,000. We have virtually identical Mitch Mack and Black and Yellow all with 1,000. So great game, guys. We have just 2 questions left. And then Final Jeopardy. One of these questions, I made another one. It's actually not going to come up on the board. But I will make sure and give you guys time. It's not an MMA trivia, as the video title says. Well, there's also boxing, so... Mr. Potato Head, I love it. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was a great martial arts flick there, Adrian. Not a bad movie, though. And yeah, Anthony, Anthony Joshua's opponent, Baby Miller, got knocked out because of steroids. I believe he failed 3 tests. How do you fail 3 tests? I have no idea. That's you got the good stuff. You must be taking that gold star performance. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be hitting, as soon as I get paid tomorrow, I'm going to be hitting the supplement companies looking for that gold star performance before they can take it off the shelf, because I want to look like Yoel Romero. More martial arts movie questions next time, please. All right, I will take that. I will definitely do that. Jones has failed way more than 3 tests. Yes, he has. That is very true. And he didn't have any tainted supplements. Not that he could prove. He takes all the steroids. All right, guys. Just a few questions yet. This next one is not going to be up. But I'll give you guys a second to refresh your browsers. So 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. We're going to go to the World Series of Fighting. This former World Series of Fighting champion and standout is the longtime #1 contender in his weight division in the UFC, and will get his chance to fight for a title scheduled sometime this year. What former World Series of Fighting champion is the #1 contender? And Mitch Mack, you are correct. It is Marlon Moraes. Justin Gaethje was also a champion, but Marlon Moraes was the other, and Wyatt was right behind you there. But Mitch Mack, and Mitch Mack, we now have a 3-way tie at 2,000. We have Billy with 3,000. We have Mitch Mack, Wyatt, and Royal Pain all with 2,000. Then we have Black and Yellow with 1,000. So yeah, everybody else on the board. Oh, and excuse me, virtually identical. Michael Pauly with 1,000 as well. Boom, yep. So we got it. We got Final Jeopardy if we need it. We got right now, it would be Billy, Wyatt, Mitch Mack, and Royal Payne. We'd have a four-way, but one of you guys can break that tie on this final question, or somebody can jump into Final Jeopardy with the correct answer right here. Give you guys a second to update your browsers. Go ahead and hit F5 or whatever it takes to update your browser, and we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Deontay Wilder had to come off the canvas twice to defeat this Cuban opponent who was ahead on the scorecards. It was not Tyson Fury. There it is, Haterade 9. It is not Ruiz, excuse me, 7. Luis Ortiz barely beat Billy out. And that's going to give everybody else a good chance in Final Jeopardy. 7 with Luis Ortiz. Great job. A lot of you guys knew it, though. Yes, you got it, too, Wyatt. That was a great fight, by the way. One of my favorite fights out of all boxing and MMA that I've ever called. That was one of the most exciting fights that I've ever called. On my screen, you are right after 7. If you hit F5 and update, it should say it should show 7 ahead of you. Sorry, Wyatt. What's the email address for the final is fightswithfriends@gmail.com. And those in the finals, it's going to be Billy. You have up to 3,000 to bet. And please put if it's not in your email, just put your name in there too. Put your name, and then your answer and how much you're betting. Your YouTube name, so I know who you are. Some of you I've already gotten emails from. But Billy has 3,000. Wyatt has 2,000. Royal Payne and Mitch Mack also with 2,000. So those 4 of you are all in Final Jeopardy. Sending Final Jeopardy to you on Messenger. All right. Messenger works too. Okay, Wyatt. Okay, I will take it also on Messenger. And then afterwards, I will throw the link to the Facebook, the Fights with Friends Facebook group that we've all been on. So you guys aren't out of the loop. We share a lot of things on there. I'm only able to post so much on YouTube because they only let you post so many things on YouTube. So oh, you know, I should have gotten your, actually send me how much you're betting before the final answer. That would make more sense because that's how they do it on Jeopardy. So we'll have to get 2 messages or emails. Sorry about that. If you could send me how much you're wagering first. All right, Billy, I got your wager. Wyatt, I got your wager. All right, and then just looking on email for the other 2 wagers, just at fightswithfriends@gmail.com. Just give me a second to open up my email here. Make sure I have everyone's wagers. What's up, Denise? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Seven. I hope somebody they show the category before the water, but not complaining. It's pretty much all the same category, though. All right, so I am waiting on emails from Mitch Mack and Royal Pain. Let me know when you guys have sent me your emails as how much you'll be wagering, and then I can throw the final question out there. And if you've sent it already and I haven't got it, let me know so I can check my junk mail. Let me get on that leaderboard. Seven, you got 1,000 points out there. You were real close. One more, man. Royal Pain's in there, though. I have any email problems? Can I just say what I'm betting here? If you don't mind everybody knowing, that's fine, Royal Pain. Go for it. Because I already have 2 bets in, and they can't change after they put it in. And then I'll make sure and share the Facebook group so everybody has it. I'm going to put that link up right now, actually, for Fights with Friends. That'll be a good place for everybody to go to. And you guys can message me anytime, unless you piss me off, and then I'll block you. No, just kidding. All right, Royal Pain, betting it all, 2,000. And we are just waiting. Obviously, everyone's betting everything. Go for the W. All right, Mitch Mack. At fightswithfriends@gmail.com? Or did you send it on Messenger? I don't see a bet for you, Mitch Mack. Nobody else can change theirs right now, though, so go ahead and tell me on here. Sorry, it's not coming up in my email, though. All right. So 2,000. Okay, here we go. The final question. This is going to be a 2-parter. What a shocker. All right. Now I want you to email me or message me the answer. Anybody who's not involved in this, please don't spoil it. All right. Give you guys a second to update your browsers. 3, 2, 1. The martial arts flick Forbidden Kingdom starred these 2 martial arts legends. Please don't blurt it out. Please don't cheat on Google. Oh, and by the way, here is, if you guys want, anybody that wants to get in the Facebook group, Wyatt Matheson, I got that. Billy Hughes, yep. And somebody threw it out there, of course. We'll have to figure out some way to... some way to fix that. And it's going to be Billy Hughes, though. Did you get mine? Check spam. Let me check my spam. I don't know why it'd be in spam. I never get anything in spam, but... Let me try it on my computer. My phone's actually saying Gmail not available. So maybe it just wasn't working. There we go. All right. Yes, Royal Pain, I got it. Wyatt, I got it. Billy, I got it. Everybody got it. So Billy had 3,000. He risked it all. Everybody risked it all. Billy with 6,000 points. You are the winner of week 2, sir. Great job. I use my email all the time. Never have issues. Weird. Yeah, I never have anything going to spam either. That's kind of strange. But it is what it is. Check out our Facebook group, though. I just posted the group, so it should be up there now. Movie question I actually knew, even weirder. That was a great movie, too, by the way. And I don't know why it's not sharing from my phone. That is the strangest thing. Well, that is just stupid. Let me get it off my computer real quick. It just Fights with Friends, though, is the group on Facebook. If you're looking to join it, we got quite a few people on already. I think we got like 45 of you guys. 45, 46. Maybe more. So I'll put it on here. It was Billy. Wow, it's not letting me send links in my own thing. If anybody's got the link to the Facebook thing, can one of you guys send it? I don't know why I've been having this issue where it's not letting me send links on my own YouTube page. It's being kind of ridiculous. But also, like I said, follow me on Twitter at Michael Benedict at FightsW Friends. We are on there a lot. We do a lot of the polls, a lot of the same polls that I put on YouTube too. But I'm also going to count the Twitter and Facebook from now on. Alexander Gustafsson's leading by an insurmountable amount right now. It's like 70-some%. It was Lee and Chan. You are right. You guys all had the answers. Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Great movie. I think it's about 10 years old, though. But, yeah, that was absolutely awesome. Don't forget, coming up, like I said, UFC Stockholm this Saturday. PFL next Thursday. But that's not all that's coming up. We were talking about one of our trivia questions coming up. We said Deontay Wilder, that match with Luis Ortiz where he came off the canvas twice. That rematch is happening. 100%. They are signing that. It will be either September 7th or September 28th. That has not been decided yet, but it will be at the Staples Center. It will be on Showtime. So no pay-per-view as far as that one. And then Tyson Fury. I said Anthony Joshua will be fighting this Saturday versus Andy Ruiz Jr. a few hours after the UFC ends, and then Tyson Fury will be the next one to fight in between these two guys. Tyson Fury will be fighting 2 weeks from then, actually June 15th. He will be fighting 24-0 Tom Schwartz, MGM Grand in Las Vegas. So all of the heavyweight champions will be in the ring here very soon. But Anthony Joshua will be in there on Saturday after the UFC. Don't care unless it's Joshua versus Wilder or Fury versus Wilder 2. Wilder versus Luis Ortiz 2 is going to be a great fight, though. I am super excited about that, Mitch Mack. If you haven't seen that fight, see if you can find a replay of that fight somewhere. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, because Wilder was losing that, I want to say up until the 9th or 10th round. He came off the canvas twice to come back and knock Luis Ortiz out. And Ortiz was winning, I believe, on every scorecard at the time. Definitely his toughest match to date. All right, guys, thank you very much. I thought that we would get that done in about an hour. It's a little over an hour. But every Tuesday, basically every Tuesday that I'm available from now on, Tuesday night is trivia night. So we'll try to have something that we can remember. I want everybody to remember and share this with your friends. Hopefully, this can grow into a bigger crowd than what we have right here. And definitely get on there. Like I said, join that Facebook group. If you can. And I have no idea why it's not letting me put the link on there. I think I already had the link on there. But if you join that Facebook group, and you can message me for the Final Jeopardy too, as well as email. Great first I've seen. It was a great fight. Just would rather see the others. Oh, I hear you, Mitch Mack, but I would much rather see Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz than Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Or Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz, for that matter. I have no idea who Tom Schwartz is. Never heard of the guy until they said he was fighting Tyson Fury. I don't even know if that's a legitimate record. I don't even know if that's his real name. Hope you make $1 million, Mike. All the best to you and yours. See you Saturday. All right. I will see you guys Saturday. Until next time, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.